Greetings Mech Warriors and welcome to another MekHQ for campaign operations video. We're just again looking at some of the more nuanced features of MekHQ, and we're going to look today at the marketplace for recruiting new personnel, and we're going to look at some of the reporting options so you can see all of the different things about your company and how it's doing. So in campaign operations, at the end of campaign operations, there is a section about personnel recruitment. It's listed as an optional rule. There's two ways you can deal with personnel recruitment. You can either just say that personnel can be recruited and that's it, and you don't have to make any roles, or you could say that personnel can only be recruited at set points. Or you can do both, and you can say that personnel we need to wait for them to arrive. So I'll show you both ways, and these again are the rules straight from campaign operations. So each 1 week a personnel becomes available, or possibly not depending on the role. You roll 2d6 and consult the table in campaign operations, and you'll see what personnel is available. And in MekHQ, when you get to the beginning of the week on Monday, because Monday is always the beginning of the week, it will flash up that there are new personnel available, and I can show you that in a minute. So we're going to go to the personnel market, and we can basically filter the number of personnel that are available in that market. And you can see at the moment there is a vehicle driver, and I can click on Alison Henry, age 26, female, regular level of training, vehicle driver, and I can say, oh, that'd be useful because vehicle drivers have a tendency to die. And I can either hire her straight away, I could add her as a GM, okay, I could advance the day here. So some people like to advance. The reason there's an advanced day here is so you could advance day till the next time in which people become available. So I'm going to just click hire, and we've hired her. So she's been added. What's great about this is I can just click on this and it'll take me straight to her in the view, and there she is. It's already highlighted, and you can see now we're getting quite complicated. Now with all these extra infantry, we've got quite a lot of people here. So we've got this spare driver here, and she's been hired. And if I go to the command center and I advance to the next week, so advanced day, Wednesday, Thursday, and we've just seen their personnel market updated to the beginning of next week. For some reason the personnel updated on Thursday, not sure why. There we go. And so now I can go back to the personnel marketplace, and I can see now we've got a vehicle gunner, ultra green. I think we'll pass on this guy. He small arms, vehicle gunnery 6+. Maybe someone we could train later. Well, we'll hire them. Maybe we can train them up. There we go. So you can hire extra personnel in that way as they appear. But that can be very limiting. For instance, if you need a new mech warrior and there's no one available, your GM might just allow you to go to marketplace and to hire personnel. And you could just basically go in here and hire the personnel. And if I, for instance, wanted to just hire a mech warrior like this, I could hire them here and say, I need an extra mech warrior just in case someone takes a head hit and they're killed, or a cockpit hit, just to replace anyone else. So kind of a spare person. So I'm going to click on hire to hire this person. And there we go. So those people are hired there. They appear automatically. They're considered to be on the planet that you're at, and so they just get added. So there's two different ways in which to hire new personnel in the middle of the game. Either one, you can use the proper personnel marketplace, or you can use the hire option here. There are some extra options for hiring. If you go to file and campaign options, if we go into the options, we can actually use an alternative house rule system for acquiring personnel. If I can remember, it's in markets here, and you can change the market here to from field manual mercenaries revised, Dylan's method, which is a kind of a house rule system, a random method, or the kind of official MekHQ against the bot system. But that's up to you to have a play with those, or you can just basically just hire the personnel as and when you want, and you can just say I want to hire those personnel and agree that with your GM. Other fun thing you can do with personnel is you can add some extra different personnel that aren't your average personnel. We can add people that are prisoners. So for instance, say we took a prisoner that was a mech warrior, and we add that mech warrior here, and we can actually put in their name. We can change their name and say this person, Krish Shihan, is a prisoner. We can hire that person, and if I can find it, I'll filter it. There we go. Mech warrior, and we can label them by changing their status. So we can go to let's find the status here. Change prisoner status. So this person is a prisoner. You can also even label people as bondsmen. You might, for instance, choose there isn't a current rule for this, but you could have like a role for the prisoner willing to defect. So we can label this person as a prisoner, and once you've labelled him as a prisoner, you can actually go for an option to ransom them back to other people. So you can actually take prisoners from other people. So lots of different ways in which to have different things happen in the game with personnel. One other way, just a bit of fun here, I can go to, let's just go to the Mech Warriors. So here's our Mech Warriors, and we can say our commander here, Mary Lou, is going to be married. So we can actually say change status. Oh, actually, status, that's the word I wanted, not so let's go back to personnel. We can go to change spouse. Here we go. And we can go to change spouse. We can have male or female. Okay, so let's say for a female here, and let's say this vehicle gunner here. And then we're going to, for instance, we're going to double barrel the surname. Here you go. So now we've got that appearing in the personnel records here. Of one of the things that's happened here. We can even add other things. So we can go to marketplace, and we can go to hire, and I know it sounds weird, we can hire a dependent. Okay, so we can even hire a child, and we can change the age of the child. This is the age 24, but you can actually go down and you can change that. There's even a system that's built in that simulates pregnancy, so you can even, for instance, if you're running that sort of campaign where you've got a lot of different detail, you can change status to I think it's change status to pregnant somewhere. Flags. So you've got, although we've turned this off, you can actually have this automatically happening, where the randomization of pregnancies, and we can add a pregnancy. There we go. So we can do all sorts of things that will help us in managing our tabletop campaign of interesting things that happen. Let's have a look at the report section. This is really useful. So we've got in here available reports. The reports are also up here. So we've got transport capacity, and this is useful for knowing just how much stuff we need to move. For instance, we have mech bays. We've got 4 mech bays and 2 aerospace fighter bays, and we need, this is what we need and we don't have, we've got 2 mechs that are not transported, we've got 6 vehicles that are not transported, we've got 2 infantry platoons that are not transported. And you can say, oh, those could be transported and broken down into the hold of the Leopard, which is only 34 tons. But you have to go through the special packing and unpacking rules to do that. And you could when you go on a mission, you could limit the amount of spares that people have available because there's only 34 tons available. If you go to the hangar breakdown, this is what we've currently got here. So we've got 6 mechs. We've got 2 aerospace fighters, we've got 6 vehicles, and so on. So that's a little useful little breakdown there. We can expand that window. Personnel breakdown. So all of the different personnel that we've got and how many admin people we've got. It keeps track of the dead people. So if you need to label someone as dead, you can do that. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, actually. And then we've got cargo capacity. Again, we've got 34 tons of cargo capacity at the moment, so we're 102 tons over the cargo capacity, which we can't transport. And unit rating, this is an important little useful thing. The unit reputation here at the moment is -4 because we have got lots of stuff that we can't transport. So it says here, the reason we've got a -10 support rating because we need another admin. Because we've added more people, we're 1 down our admin. If you don't have enough admin, you get less support. So let's go and change that. We're going to go to hire and admin. We're going to call this one admin logistics hire. There we go. Now we're up to 18 needed, 17 available. We need 1 more. Hire admin HR. Hire. So if I go to the report, it's got 19 people now actually, so we've got a spare one there. It doesn't update automatically. Then we've got one thing I've noticed actually we're going to change is at the moment we've got 2 captains because we've got a captain of our jump ship. And so technically I think our commander is due a field promotion. It's great running your own mercenary company because you can give yourself a field promotion whenever you want. So we're going to give this a field promotion to Major because she's now running in a way a battalion level organization. So when I go back to the unit report here, I can see now that she is listed there as Major Mary Shadow Lee, and that's affected the command skill here. So we now got a unit reputation of 17 because it's based on her skills of leadership. You could also go back and for these officers you can roll up their random tactics skill. So if you go to the personnel and you just want to view all of the personnel, but then you sort by rank. And so here we've got all of our officers, and we can actually then give these officers the different skills of leadership, which is something that it says that all officers should have. So they should have leadership, tactics, negotiation, and you can roll them randomly. Again, it's also compatible with a time of war, so all of these characters here could have full character sheets in a time of war. It's not so compatible with MekHQ Destiny, I don't think. I don't know how that works particularly, whether you can use the same skill levels in MekHQ Destiny. But MekHQ Destiny is a bit more of a simple, quick game than the full-on kind of total a time of war, total warfare experience. So that's managing personnel. So we've managed to add personnel, add extra personnel, set personnel as prisoners. So this prisoner here, change status. We could have them set as dead. We can actually, just to show you that actually if we do have a trooper that dies, we can actually go to change status and we can actually say killed in action. There's some very morbid different ones here that you can pick. We've got there killed in action, and then once it's killed in action, then that person will appear on the inactive, non-active status. You can undo that, by the way, weirdly, because again, it's just a tool. It's not apparently isn't permanent in MekHQ. Until next time, we'll hopefully get some more details on how we do the Mech Lab and how we customize mechs.